Subscribe our channel. Stay till the end of the stories for more twist and turn. Comment us about what kind of stories you like to hear. Disclaimer: the channel is not in any kind of support or link to behavior, remarks, statements, feeling, decisions or any kind of emotions in the stories. I, 26 male, thinks my wife, 25 female, is or was cheating on me with her cousin. Updates. Update. So I didn't sleep at all last night, and when she woke up I made breakfast. I told her I shouldn't have blown up and that we should probably sit down tonight and talk about things. She agreed like she wasn't even upset to begin with, and said she knew she had probably been acting badly. I told her that the sort of harassment she was dealing with was infinitely more difficult because he is a member of the family. She just seemed to agree with me. I wasn't going to snoop, but so many people on here told me I ought to, and not wanting to be accused of not taking the advice I asked for, I decided to go through with and check her emails. With the way she was acting this morning, I had fewer reasons to be suspicious, but at this point what the heck, and did just that. The level of disgust, hatred, and anger I feel cannot be expressed right, and there will be a divorce. There was one email entitled Yummy, and upon opening it I found a picture of her cousin with semen on his face. The back and forths are him describing to her his encounters with random gay men. They make reference to past sexual encounters they've had together, complete with one picture of a strip and dildo captioned "I still have our old friend." Then I read some absolutely disgusting filth talk between them where she is behaving in a very dominating way and insulting his penis size. Looking at the dates I realized that this was from a year ago. As I continue to read I'm able to figure out, at least from how it reads, that they used to hook up frequently but stopped after we got married. We were together for several years before we got married. Later she starts using the "I'm married" excuse, but it's reading like that's just a kink of his, to be told he can't touch her anymore, which he probably does. I'm raising her fucking kid and she does this to me. I've wasted the last 6 years changing my work schedule and not taking better paying jobs because I need hours where I'm able to watch him. I went outside and sat on the front porch, called my brother over, and after explaining to him the entire situation asked him to take my gun from me for the time being. I'm not a violent person, I never have been, but in this state I'm in now I'm fluctuating between wanting to kill him and wanting to kill myself. I'm not going to. But I feel like I'm headed for a breakdown and I can't trust I'll behave rationally. After this I'm packing up my clothes and checking into a hotel. These conversations have all been printed, I've sent copies to myself, and when I have time I'm digging for more dirt. Bought a pack of cigarettes, stopped smoking 4 years ago. Enjoy. I have to make an appointment at some STD clinic because according to these fucking vile back and forths, a part of his thing is having unprotected sex with these men. My soon-to-be ex-wife has a device and as such I've never once in all these years worn protection with her. So now I apparently have months of biting my fucking nails to look forward to, as I understand AIDS tests take months. I know his work schedule roughly because I used to work for the same company he does, so maybe before checking in and composing myself I'm just going to drive down to see his wife, evidence in hand. There's no fixing this, there's no therapy, no hope, nothing positive, and I don't care to even entertain an apology. I'm divorcing the whore and she will get nothing. I hate life right now. I don't feel depressed or sad, I haven't cried, I just have this hot ball of rage in my chest that the cigarettes are only briefly cool. I can't be near her or him. I know I said I'm not violent, but man, I really want to beat the piss out of both of them. I'm really glad you told her, and I'm even more glad she accepted it and didn't try to deny it and continue to live in ignorant bliss. Has your wife tried to contact you with everything going on with Facebook, or does she still not know the cat's out of the bag? Has her family said anything? I mean, it's quite literally a family affair. I hope you're doing okay and keeping yourself distracted. She's been blowing up my phone, not leaving text messages. She's probably smart enough not to leave any more written evidence. I texted her to say not to contact me for a couple days and that I will collect my things when she is not home. I picked up once and she told me to come home and talk about it, I told her that I gave her several instances to sit down and talk and she lied to my face and I'm not interested in listening to her continue to lie to me. She kept playing stupid until I brought up the strap-on. She responds with "He told you that?" I told her that he told me everything, he's told me nothing. I haven't spoken to him, she basically screamed and hung up. Her son is currently with his grandmother. Yes, it was nice that his wife was on my side. Apparently she used to tolerate him going to see a male lover every so often because they're fairly open and he's apparently bisexual. The fact that he's being purposefully unsafe had her trembling. And that's it's another woman and a relation to him has her. No wrath like a woman scorned. Anyhow, she and I are meeting tomorrow in a neutral location to see if we can compile evidence enough to help our respective divorces. It is amazing how she will still lie even when the truth is already out there. I wonder if it got any worse and you still don't know, but honestly it doesn't matter anymore. It's just really fucked up that people think it's so hot to put themselves in danger just for a quick nut. Like, WTF is wrong with them? Hopefully, the divorce is swift and she gets nothing, and in her case, she gets everything, the cousin's wife. If it's legal in your state, you could record the phone convos you have for more evidence. Maybe get it out of her that she potentially exposed you. I hope the cousin's wife is doing well. She was willing to let him have his cake and eat it too, and this is how he repays her. Like, damn. I hope they don't have any kids. They have a daughter. Things are gonna be worse for her than me. Thankfully her daughter is like 10 months old and isn't capable of understanding everything. My boy, I love him, but he's gonna wake up in a very different world tomorrow thanks to his mom. That's sad, but I'm sure he'll eventually understand when he's older. But it probably won't make a difference, you won't be in his life anymore. Hopefully, he can learn from his mom's mistakes and become a better person. I get that. I came to the conclusion that if my future husband were to expose me to HIV, I would buy a fedora and some Blues Brothers sunglasses, get my pistol and blow his kneecaps out. But then I really started to think about how stupid it would be to waste the rest of my life in a jail cell because of some idiot that karma will eventually catch up to. It'd stay with your brother and not confront her by yourself at the very least. It'd look into lawyers and the potential to take some legal action in case she knew about his statues, which lead to her exposing you. Please don't hurt her or him for the simple fact that you're too young to waste any more of your life on them. I'm praying that you are completely clean, and even if you aren't, I promise you life isn't over. I've known plenty of people to live happy, fulfilling lives, HIV/AIDS positive, with partners that love and support them, with healthy sex lives, I might add. Just know that there is a potential that you can become undetectable, which means you can't spread HIV as long as you take meds for it. Also, I'd recommend getting checked frequently even if you are in a monogamous relationship. I won't spend a day in a prison cell. If I ever decided that murder was something I was capable of, I'd be dead a few seconds after she was. Not even worth discussing, because I am not ever going to do this. I ended up going to his wife and the first thing she says or screams is, "I fucking knew it. I caught him cheating 2 months ago." When the 48-hour thing passes and I can do a proper post, but as I sit here I'm getting updates that she is going complete scorched earth herself and is blowing up Facebook with this shit. I can't say I endorse it. I wouldn't have done this, but it feels good to not be the only one turning into a psychotic mess over this. I am really sorry, Op. You deserve way better. Honestly, if it were me, I'd tell the whole family and then peace out. I'm thinking he might also be the biological father of her kid. I'm glad you're getting a divorce, and I hope you get at least joint custody, because the child really needs a stable parent. I know his father personally, and they are mirror image of each other. Her scumbag cousin isn't his father. Jesus. That fucking edit, man. Just remember, nothing good comes from violence. I'm sure you're going to need a drink or two, or gallon. I know I would, but be careful. So sorry you're going through this. Here's hoping to the fastest recovery in history. Also, out these sick fucks to family too. I read something about a child. She most certainly doesn't need to be caring for any children. Fuck. Thanks for listening so far. If story have update we will post here. Like and subscribe to our channel for upcoming stories.